Hey ma'am, my name is Jeron Kalusag, this MD2 Bitilgis, and this on my video about the performance task. So let's start. So here where we start to learn about the derivatives, but don't fret with a four-step process, and some methods we'll see later on derivatives will be either done by adding or subtracting. So step 1 is substitute to in any variable x with the equation with x plus h or x plus delta x. So for example y equals to 3x plus 2. So y equals to 3x plus h is plus 2. So ato i-substitute the x with x plus h. So y equals to 3x plus 3h plus 2. So the step to subtract the original equation for currently equation. So y equals 3x plus 3h plus 2 uh, 3x plus 2. So subtract the original equation. So y equals to 3h. So so ari na po ta sa step 3 divided. So y equals to 3h divided to h. So y equals to 3. So the step 4 substitute by h for o. So h for o, but that's not any apply to this problem. So mo ni sa step 4 step rule. So the next is the differentiation and the derivative of a constant function of the zero. So for example, derivative, so 3 equals to 0, and the next is derivative to 6 equals to 0. So number 3 is derivative to negative 4 equals to 0. So the number 2 is power rule states that so derivative x equals to hx plus h negative 1. So example dx example derivative x squared equals to 2x. So number 2 is derivative to x3 equals to 3x squared. So number 3 is derivative to x4, so equals to 8 times 7, 8 squared, 7. So the derivative of the product of a constant and the function is equal to the product of the constant and the derivative of the function. So derivative is c plus x equals to c, derivative of f is to x. So example, derivative to 4 squared equals to 8x. So number 2 is derivative to 6x times 3 equals to 18 times 3rd. So number 4, to find derivative of a polynomial is the find of the derivative of each polynomial safely. So number 1 is derivative to x squared plus negative to 3x plus 1 equals to 4x squared plus 2x equals to 3 plus 0. So copy that the 4x and square plus 2x equals to 3. So number 2 is derivative to 7 squared to 3x plus 5 equals to 14 times negative 3. So number 3 is derivative to negative x squared plus 5 squared equals to negative 2x plus 5. So number 5 is the derivative of rational function. For example, the derivative of 1 is 1 to times equals d equals to derivative 1 times negative 2 squared and equals to 2 squared times 1 negative 2 to 1. So equals to negative 2x to 3. So equals to negative 2 to x squared, ay x3. So, aray na punta sa integration. Integration. So, the power rules. So cxh is derivative to x equals to x plus 1 to h plus 1 to plus c. So, example, c squared to c times squared relative dx equals to xd to 4 to plus c. So, number 2 is 6 squared to dx equals to 6 squared bring down to 2 plus c. So, that's all for today, ma'am, and thank you.